Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel and welcome back to the 1985 season in Season Ticket Baseball. We are at Wrigley Field tonight for tonight's matchup of the National League as the Los Angeles Dodgers are in town to play the Chicago Cubs. The Dodgers historically won this game 7-4. We'll see what Season Ticket has to say about that for tonight though. As you can probably hear, I'm still a little bit under the weather, but I'm mostly plugged up rather than just plugged and rough. In fact, I was definitely feeling fine as I was going through Cthulhu Wars Duel last night, so we're going to go ahead with tonight's game as scheduled. As far as our current standings, the Dodgers are currently in the running for the best record in baseball with a record of... They're coming into this game with a record of 50 wins and 31 losses, which is good for a game-and-a-half lead over the Astros in the NL West, whereas the Cubs are tied for second from the bottom in the NL East with a record of 40 and 43, tied with the Phillies. They're under 500 right now, and they're on the outside looking in at the NL playoff picture anyway. So we'll see what what Season Ticket has to say about tonight's chances. We are expecting a sellout here at Wrigley Field for an evening game. So let's jump right into tonight's action. Starting pitcher for the Chicago Cubs tonight is Dick Ruthven. 4-7 with a 4.53 ERA. 87 and a third innings pitched, 26 strikeouts, 37 walks, and 6 home runs in 85. While the rest of the Cubs get loose behind Ruthven, we will take our first look at the Dodgers' starting lineup. Leading off for the Dodgers tonight, we have got Dave Anderson at shortstop. Ken Landreau is in center field. Enos Cabell is at third base. Greg Brock is at first base. Len Matuzik is in left field. Terry Whitfield is in right field. Mike Scotia is catching. Steve Sachs is at second base. And our starting pitcher who's got a pitcher batting card is Oral Hershiser. We'll meet him when the Dodgers come to the mound when the Dodgers come into the field in the bottom of the first. Which also, incidentally enough, after a little bit is when I will see you guys next. You'll also hear me coughing a little bit. I'm hoping that's expelling the last of the creeping crud I've got. We are going to be using red, white, and blue dice tonight. Cubs are the home team. Fans at Wrigley Field on their feet, hoping this is going to be a good one. The Cubs need wins desperately tonight. Need wins desperately to get back into the NL playoff picture. As Ruthven will look on, I'm going to wait for OBS to recatch a connection here since it looks like it just dropped on me. Looks like we're all fine there. So now we'll find out what kind of story the dice are going to tell because only they know what's going to happen tonight. And in order to find what story they're going to tell, we need to go to the first pitch. And we are going to start off with a 337 off of Anderson's card. And Anderson's going to swing through a changeup for strike 3. That will be out number 1. And we are underway here at Wrigley Field. In the batter's box now is Ken Landreau. 268 average, 12 home runs, 50 RBIs in 85. Dave Anderson had a 199 average with 4 home runs and 18 RBI. Ruthven will get the sign from Davis. He will set. Here's the windup. And here comes the pitch. That is a 416 against a righty. 416 is going to get popped up on the infield. Getting under that at third base is going to be Hebner. He will make that catch, and that will be out number 2. Two outs in the inning, and Enos Cabell is now in the batter's box for the Dodgers. 292 average, no homers, and 22 RBIs in 85. Ruthven will look at Davis for the sign. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 667. That's going to be trouble sending us to Wrigley Field. Never mind. That's going to be a ground ball right back to Ruthven. Ruthven will fire that over to Durham at first, and that will retire the side. And the Wrigley faithful get a good start as the Dodgers go 1, 2, 3 in the top of the first, as we will get set for the bottom of the first. If you're a regular on the channel, you probably recognize my new batting team token. I'm using my Cthulhu Flux token. That's a very handy first player token. I'm using that to determine which team is batting, where normally I use a blue pawn from the What About Baseball game, which is also where the board comes from. As we'll tab into chat here just to check in. Starting pitcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers tonight, as I mentioned earlier, is Oral Hershiser. 19-3 with a 2.03 ERA. 239 2/3 innings pitched, 157 strikeouts, 68 walks, 8 home runs, and 85. While the rest of the Dodgers get loose behind Hershiser, we will take our first look at the Cubs starting lineup. Leading off, we've got Billy Hatcher in center field, Tad Bosley in left field, Ryan Sandberg is at second base, Leon Durham is at first base, Keith Moreland is in right field, Richie Hebner is at third base, Jody Davis is catching, Larry Bow is the shortstop, and Dick Ruthven has his own pitcher batting card. That is the lineup. Hershiser, with a formidable record, will be charged with keeping in check tonight. And leading off for the Cubs tonight, as I mentioned, is Billy Hatcher. 245 average, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs, and 85. Once more, I will see you guys at the top of the second. If anybody's new to chat, if anybody's new to the channel, that's how I do these baseball streams, is I will check in with chat every half inning. So if I don't acknowledge your message right away, don't panic. There's a pretty good chance that, especially in the middle of the inning, don't panic if I haven't seen your message yet. It's very rare, but there are times where I will tab into OBS in the middle of the inning. But generally, as long as things are going smoothly, I'll only check in at every half inning. Now that that's out of the way, Hershiser will now turn his attention to Scotia for the sign. Hershiser will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is going to be a 661, which the home team will turn into a 671. And that's going to be a wild pitch. We'll go to ball 1 and do it again. That is a 158. That'll come off of Hershiser's card, and a 158 is going to be grounded over to first. Picking that one up is going to be Brock. He will throw that over Hershiser, coming over to cover, and that'll be out number 1 as Hershiser beats Hatcher to the bag fairly easily. Tad Bosley now in the batter's box for the Cubs. I'm going to do a little bit of adjusting on the layout for the Cubs here, so bear with me for just a second while I get that sorted out. There we are, coming back to Tad Bosley, 328 average, 7 home runs, 27 RBIs, and 85. Hershiser will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 411 against a righty, 411. Bosley is going to work a one-out walk out of the at-bat, as Hershiser is going to lose control of a slider for ball 4. Hershiser only gave up 68 free passes for the year, but he gives up 1 here. That'll move the infield to double play depth. Once again, that's totally a narrative detail in Season Ticket. If you really want to see how the game's played, go check out my 1985 demo game, where we play a slow and steady game of Season Ticket, and we used the 1991 World Series to do that. Stepping into the batter's box now is Ryan Sandberg. 305 average, 26 home runs, 83 RBI, and 85. Sandberg's got great power. He's going to bunt. Bosley, not a threat to steal. He will hold. Hershiser will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 572. That's going to be hit into left field. That's Matuszek waiting for that one, and a 572 is going to be a fly ball into left field. Matuszek ranging in slightly for that one, but he will make that catch, and that will be out number 2. Leon Durham, now the batter. 282 average, 21 home runs, 75 RBIs, and 85. Hershiser looking in at Scotia for the sign. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 146, and a 146 is going to turn into a 346 And Durham's going to get frozen by a slider for strike 3. That will retire the side. Nothing across except for the walk for the Cubs. We remain scoreless here at Wrigley Field after 1. Leading off the top of the second for the Dodgers, we're looking at the middle of their order as Greg Brock steps into the batter's box. 251 average, 21 homers, 66 RBI in 85. Ruthven will get the sign from Davis. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 345, and a 345 is going to be a base hit on the infield, and Brock will be on with a 1-out with a leadoff single. The infield will go to double play depth as Len Matuszek steps into the batter's box. 222 average, 3 home runs, 13 RBIs in 85. Brock is not really a threat to do much on the base paths. He will hold. And Matuszek's got power, so the Dodgers aren't going to do anything crazy here. No hit and run, no bunt. Ruthven will get the sign from Davis. He will set. Here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. That is a 225. Ruthven against a lefty. 225 is going to get popped up on the infield. Waiting for that one at third base is going to be Hebner. He will make the catch for out number 1. Terry Whitfield, now the batter for the Dodgers. 260 average, 3 home runs, 16 RBIs in 85. Once again, great power, low bunt, nothing crazy. Whitfield's going to swing away. Ruthven will get the sign from Davis. He will set. Oh, knock it off, Siri. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 457 against a righty. 457. Whitfield's going to come through. That's going to be a double, and the Dodgers are going to get on the board first. Brock will score. Whitfield will go to second. 1-0 Dodgers. Stadium groans. Ugh. Somehow I didn't hit enter on that one, but that is where we're going to end up. As that'll be an RBI double for Whitfield. And here's Mike Scotia stepping into the batter's box. Future manager. 296 average, 7 home runs, 53 RBI in 85. Ruthven in a little bit of trouble here. Ruthven will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 698. Oh, that's trouble. Well, it's not going to be the kind of trouble that the Dodgers were hoping for, but that will be a walk. That'll put Scotia on with 1 out and give the Cubs the double play option back. And here's Steve Sachs. 279 average, 1 home run, 42 RBIs in 85. Hit and run isn't really an option here, but I think the Dodgers are going to try to lay down the bunt. I think that's the play they're going to go with here to try to advance. Well, wait a second. They've actually got Hershiser due up next, so actually having the Dodgers put a bunt down here might be a terrible idea. I think Sachs is going to be stuck swinging away here with Hershiser due up next. Ruthven will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 163. And a 163 is going to be a base hit into center field, and the Dodgers are going to get another run here. Whitfield will score. Scotia will make second. Let's see. Let's just double check that. 163. Yep. So Whitfield will score. Scotia will go to second. Sachs to first. 2-0 Dodgers. Stadium groans. Ugh. And now all of a sudden, Oral Hershiser is now the batter, and now I think Hershiser is going to lay down the bunt. He's got a bunt rating of a 7. Ruthven will get the sign. Let me find my bunt strategies here. Here we go. Ruthven will get the sign from Davis. Corners are going to come in expecting Hershiser to bunt. Ruthven will set, and here comes the pitch. 7 plus 9 is 16. And a 16 is going to be a possible fielder's choice. Defense may take the automatic out at first or challenge any forced runner's speed with the fielder's arm. That is hit 16. That is hit to first base. And since the infield was in, or since the corners were in, so add 3. So I think I think Durham is going to try to challenge. He's got an arm rating of a 3. Plus 3 is 6. He's going to challenge Scotia to try to get the lead runner at third base. So Scotia with a speed of 2 has got to beat a 16 on this. And no, Durham will easily get the play there. So that'll be a G3-5. As Durham's going to throw that one across the diamond to get Scotia 2 outs in the inning. As the bunt does not work. As the bunt there does not work for... As the bunt doesn't work for Hershiser at all. Scotia gets thrown out trying to go to third. 2 outs in the inning. And here's Anderson. Anderson tonight is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Ruthven trying to get out of this inning. He will get the sign from Davis. Ruthven will set. Here's the kick. And here comes the pitch. That is a 422 against a righty of 422. The bases are now full of Blue Bombers as Anderson is going to walk. And the Cubs now have trouble on their hands. As the bases, again, are full of Blue Bombers. Sachs is at second. Sachs is at third. Hershiser at second. Anderson at first. No place to put Landreau. Landreau popped out his first time up, though. Ruthven will get the sign from Davis. Fans at Wrigley Field are loud, hoping for a big-time pitch. Ruthven will set, and he will pitch. That is a 383. A 383 is going to be a ground ball over to first. Durham will grab that one. He will take that to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. But the Dodgers strike first. 2 runs on 3 hits and 2 walks. Score is now 2-0 Dodgers after 1.5. Stadium size. Phew. That could have gone a whole lot worse. If you're a Dodgers fan, that could have gone a whole lot better. But if you're one of the Wrigley faithful, that could have gone a whole lot worse. I'm going to take a quick drink and check on my laundry timer before we continue here. Okay. Bottom of the second coming up, and we're looking at the middle of the Cubs order. Leading off for the Cubs is Keith Moreland. 307 average, 14 homers, 106 RBI in 85. Hershiser will get the sign from Scotia. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 593. That's going to be a fly ball into right field. Waiting for that is Whitfield. And a 593. He'll range in for that one slightly, but he will get it. He will have plenty of room to make that catch, and that will be out number 1. And Richie Hebner is the batter now. 217 average, 3 home runs, 22 RBIs in 85. Hershiser looks in at Scotia. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is going to be a 380. Hebner, a 380 is going to be a fly ball into left field. Getting under that one is going to be Matuzik. He will make the catch, and that will be out number 2. Jody Davis, now the batter. 232 average, 17 home runs, 58 RBI, and 85. Hershiser looking at Scotia for the sign. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 358. 358. Davis will extend the inning with an infield single. Larry Boa, now the batter for the Cubs. 246 average, no home runs, and 13 RBI, and 85. Looks like he only played in 72 games, so he was either... Oh, he was actually pretty old. I thought he was going to be a call-up for some reason, but no, he was almost 40 in 85. God, that makes me feel old. Hershiser will get the sign from Scotia. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 306. And Boa's going to get frozen by the heat on the outside corner for strike 3. That will retire the side. Nothing across except the single for the Cubs. Score remains 2-0 Dodgers after as many innings. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the early stages of tonight's game. Top of the third is going to see the heart of the Dodgers order leading off. Here's Cabell. Cabell tonight is 0 for 1. He grounded out to end the first. Ruthven will get the sign from Davis. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 316. 316 is going to be a fly ball into center field. Coming under that one is going to be Hatcher. He will make that catch, and that will be out number 1. Here's Brock. Brock had an infield single back in the second. Ruthven will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and here comes the pitch. 147. 147 is going to be a 1-out walk as Ruthven loses control of a curveball for ball 4, and Brock will trot to first with the free pass. Third free pass that Ruthven has given up tonight. He only had 37 of them, but it looks like he only started 20 games. Infield will go to double play depth, and here's Matuzik. Matuzik is 0 for 1. Once again, nothing crazy here. Matuzik's going to swing away. Ruthven will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 5-10. That'll be grounded right back to Ruthven. And Ruthven will grab that. He'll turn around, fire that over to Bo at second covering. Bo will make the pivot over to Durham at first. In time, that'll be a 1-6-3 inning-ending double play. Stadium cheers. Yay! Nothing across except for the walk for the Dodgers as we get set for the bottom of the third. That is a huge double play, and you've got to be happy with that if you're a Cubs fan tonight. Dick Ruthven is the leadoff man for the Cubs here in the bottom of the third. On the pitcher batting cards, no pitcher batting stats, of course. Hershiser will look at the... Hold on. Hold it. Oh, I think I forgot to enter the G163. So hold on a sec. No. What? Hang on. Something went wrong. So, hold on. I got to back up here. Cancel the command. So wait. Brock advances to second base. Wait, what? Something's wrong. Brock. Okay, wait. Cabell flew. Okay, hold on. Something went haywire, so bear with me a second while I sort this out. Okay, Cabell flew out. We got that right. Brock Brock walked. Why is it? Hold on. Why is Matuzik on first? Brock looks at ball 4. Oh, I think I see what happened. I see what happened. I inadvertently entered a second walk for Matuzik. There we go. Now that we've got that straight, just had to back up a little bit in Digital Diamond. But we got it all, we should have it all sorted out now in just a second. There we go. As I was saying, Ruthven is now the batter for the Cubs. Of course, the pitcher batting cards have no individualized pitcher batting stats, and I put my dice down over here. Wow, I'm with it tonight. Hershiser will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and here's the pitch. Who knows? Maybe my cold is giving me more side effects than I thought it was. 226 will be coming off of Hershiser's card. 226 against a righty. 226 is going to be a ground ball right back to Hershiser. He will throw that over to Brock at first, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Here's Hatcher stepping into the batter's box. Hatcher is 0 for 1 tonight. Hershiser will get the sign from Scotia once again. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 551. That'll be over to third base. Third baseman tonight is Cabell, and he will pick that one up easily, ranging to his left slightly. He'll make the throw over to first and get Hatcher by a couple of steps. That will be out number 2. Two outs, and Bosley now is the batter. Bosley has a walk tonight. Hershiser gets the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 457 against a righty. 457 is going to be a base hit, and Bosley will extend the inning. And here's Sandberg. Sandberg flew to left his first time up. Hershiser will get the sign from Scotia. Bosley going to try not to run the Cubs out of the inning. He will hold. Hershiser will set, and he will pitch. With a 139, that's going to turn into a 339, and that's going to be a fly ball into right field. Whitfield will wait for that one. He will make the catch after ranging back for that one slightly, but that will be plenty to retire the side. Nothing across except the single for the Cubs. Score remains 2-0 Dodgers after 3. Hershiser so far seems to be dialed in tonight. Top of the 4th coming up, we'll see the bottom half of the Dodgers order coming up. Here's Whitfield. Whitfield had a double and drove in a run. Ruthven will get the sign from Davis. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 361. And Whitfield's going to swing through the high heat for strike 3. That is out number 1. Here's Scotia stepping into the batter's box. Scotia has a walk tonight. Ruthven will get the sign once again from Davis. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 686. And a 686 is going to be a base hit for Scotia. The infield will go to double play depth. And here's Sachs. Sachs is 1 for 1. Looking at the situation here, I think the Dodgers are going to try a hit and run here. Sachs has got no power to speak of, and the Dodgers would like to stay out of a double play. So the hit and run is on for the Dodgers. Ruthven will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 520. That'll be hit to Davis, and the 520 is going to be a K, except that's going to get changed as the batter misses. So the batter now has 2 strikes on him, which means now the Cubs are going to have to, or the Dodgers are going to have to call off the hit and run here. Ruthven will, and we will do it again. So hit and run is off now. That is a 462 against a righty. 462 is going to be a base hit into center field. Scotia could try to challenge, but he's going to be content with being at second base. And here's Hershiser. Hershiser had a terrible bunt his last time up. He's 0 for 1, but the Dodgers are going to try it again, and here come the corners expecting the bunt. Ruthven will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and here comes the pitch. Let's see. So that's 15, and 7 is a 22. And a 22 is going to be a good sacrifice that's hit over to third base. The only play, hold on. Oh, right. We forgot to add the single in. That'll be a sacrifice over to third. As the only play that Hedmer will have is over to Durham at first for 2 outs. As this time Hershiser manages to get the bunt down cleanly. And here's Anderson. Anderson tonight is 0 for 1 with a walk. Ruthven in a bit of a jam here with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. He will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 512. That'll be hit right back to Ruthven, and Ruthven's going to get that on a hop. He will throw that over to Durham at first, and that will retire the side. Stadium size. Phew. 2 hits for the Dodgers, but they can't do anything with them as we get set now for the bottom of the 4th. As DJ John 4444 now is the first to join us here at Wrigley Field. Apparently a big Dodgers fan here. And Philip Anderson also joins us here at Wrigley Field. Yes, indeed. Cubs are tied for 4th place with the Phillies in the NL East. Actually, the Cubs technically would be ahead in the division due to board wins. Although that could change. That's not going to change win or lose for the Cubs tonight because if they lose tonight, they'll have a 500 winning percentage to the Phillies with a 0 winning percentage. So board record is the first tiebreaker, and ties need to be broken for standings or for playoff purposes. But that's slightly rambly on that front. Bottom of the 4th, we'll see the middle of the Cubs order up next. Durham will lead off for the Cubs. Durham is 0 for 1. Hopefully I don't sound too bad with this cold. I think I'm getting into the tail end of it. Hershiser will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 654. That'll turn into a 664, and that'll be a ground ball over to first. Getting to that one is going to be Brock. He will throw that over to Hershiser coming over to cover. 1 out in the inning. This was as a little bit of explanation of what happened. This was supposed to be Monday night's game, but I was in the worst of my cold at that point. I was very congested, had laryngitis as well, so I didn't end up streaming this block game on Monday night. Then Tuesday, I decided to debut the new smaller stream with a couple of product unboxings, and that's going to be a thing going forward. Tuesday is going to be put aside for my smaller videos, because what I'm discovering is with my workout schedule, a season ticket block and baseball a season block and a 3 a.m. workout the next morning are not playing nice with each other. So that's what I'm doing with Tuesday instead. Wednesday's always non-baseball game content. So my block days moving forward are going to be Sunday, Monday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And that'll likely be true for every replay moving forward on the channel. So good to know. So yeah, no need to panic, Philip. You didn't miss a stream on either Monday or Tuesday. Like I said, Monday I was sick, and Tuesday is the start of a new Tuesday night segment on the channel. Anyway, coming back to Wrigley Field, here's Moreland. Moreland tonight. Hold on. Oh, I forgot to enter the. Oh, I entered it for Landreau. Derp. There we go. Now Moreland is up. Moreland is 0 for 1. Hershiser will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 337, and a 337 is going to be a base hit on the infield for Moreland. That'll bloop out of the infield, but Moreland will be on with a single. Dodgers will go to double play depth on the infield. And here's Hebner. Hebner tonight is 0 for 1. He's got decent enough power and a bad enough bunt that the Cubs aren't going to bother with a hit and run. They're going to let Hebner swing. And Moreland, not a threat to steal either. He will hold. Hershiser will look in at Scotia for the sign. He will set, and he will pitch. With a 523, that's going to be hit over to Scotia. And a 523. Hebner's going to swing through the slider for strike 3. That'll be out number 2. And here's Jody Davis. Davis tonight is 1 for 1 with an infield single. Hershiser will look into Scotia for the sign. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 544. That's going to go over to the second baseman. Second baseman is Sachs. And a 544 is going to be grounded right over to him. He will take that to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except a single for the Cubs. We are looking at 2-0 Dodgers still after 4. Cubs faithful, not happy with what they're seeing. DJ John 44-44 and fellow Dodgers faithful have to be very happy with what they see so far. They'd probably like to see more runs, but they're also seeing Hershiser with some pretty good stuff tonight. Taking a quick drink, and then we'll continue. Okay, just also checking my phone. Top of the 5th coming up, and now we're looking at the top of the Dodgers, the top half of the Dodgers order. Here's Landreau. Landreau's 0 for 2 tonight. Ruthven will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That'll be a 111, which a 111 is going to be grounded over to third. Durham will grab that one. He will throw that over to Ruthven covering first, and it turns out the writing error I had was actually just was a half an inning early, as Ruthven will take the throw covering for out number 1. And here's Cabell. Cabell is 0 for 2. Ruthven will get the sign from Davis. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 283 against a righty. 283 is going to be a fly ball into right field. Getting under that one is going to be Moreland. He will have plenty of room for that one. He'll make the catch, and that's out number 2. Brock, now the batter. Brock is 1 for 1 with a single and a walk tonight. Ruthven will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 618, and a 618 is going to be popped up on the infield. Getting under that about a mile high at second base is Sandberg. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. In news, in an inning Cubs faithful needed, 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers here in the top of the 5th. Ruthven trying to keep this game close, but the offense has got to give him some help. Leading off the bottom of the 5th for the Cubs, we're looking at the bottom of the order. Here's Boa. Boa tonight is 0 for 1. Hershiser will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 644. That'll turn into a 654. And it's going to be a ground ball over to short. Grabbing that up for the Dodgers is going to be Anderson. He will make the play over to first for out number 1. Ruthven now the batter. Ruthven is 0 for 1. Hershiser gets the sign from Scotia. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 206. And a 206 against a righty is going to turn into a 406, which is based on the I rating of a 2. And a 406 is going to be another ground ball over to short. Once again, Anderson waits for that one. He's going to get his wind sprints in here as he'll make that play for out number 2. And here's Hatcher. Hatcher tonight is 0 for 2. Hershiser looking in at Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 619. That'll turn into a 620, 629, and that'll get popped up on the infield to short. Anderson will make his third putout of the inning. He'll make that catch, and that will retire the side. As much as the Cubs needed a 1-2-3 inning by the Dodgers, they didn't want a 1-2-3 inning themselves, but that's what they get. Score remains 2-0 Dodgers after 5. Top of the 6th, we'll start seeing the middle of the Dodgers order. Here's Matuzik. Matuzik is 0 for 2. Ruthven will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is going to be a 124, and a 124 is going to be a fly ball into left field. Bosley will get to that one. He'll range in for that one slightly, but he'll make the catch, and that'll be out number 1. Here's Whitfield. Whitfield is 1 for 2 with a double and an RBI. Ruthven will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That will be a 372. A 372. Whitfield's going to get frozen by a changeup on the outside corner for strike 3, out number 2. Whitfield can't believe the call. He thought it was outside, but the umpire tells him, you're outside, you're out of bounds, you're also out. Go sit down in the dugout. And here's Scotia. Scotia is 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. Ruthven will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 308. And a 308 is going to be a fly ball into left field. Getting to that one is going to be Bosley. He will range back for that one slightly, but he will make the catch, and that will retire the side. And another 1-2-3 inning by the Dodgers as the Cubs are trying to get back into this one as we get set for the bottom of the 6th. As has been mentioned, Ruthven actually pitching pretty well tonight, but the offense for the Cubs is not giving him any help tonight. Here's Bosley. Bosley tonight is 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. Hershiser will get the sign from Scotia. Here's the windup. Actually, before we get into the inning, let me check to see where my laundry timer's at. Okay, never mind. I think we're going to wait this out for a little bit. since there's less than a minute and I don't want to fall back into a rhythm of the inning and then have my timer go off. So bear in mind. So we'll just wait for that one. We'll just wait for about a minute while we make sure the laundry goes off. And then we'll get into the bottom of the sixth, as that's where we're at here. Actually, I'm going to make sure I tab out of there. But there's the timer going off, and we'll have to take a small break so I can go check my laundry. The good old commentator's intermission. Gotta love it. Anywho, where were we? Ah, yes. Bosley's our batter. Hershiser will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and here comes the pitch. With a 590, that's going to be hit to the right fielder. That is Whitfield. That should be a very easy catch. That will indeed be. Whitfield doesn't have to take but a couple steps to his left to get that one, and that will be out number one. And here's Sandberg. Sandberg tonight is 0 for 1. Hershiser looking at Scotia. He will set. Here comes the pitch. 639, which will turn into a 649 and be a ground ball over to second base. Waiting for that one is Sachs. He will make the play over to first for out number 2. And here's Durham. Durham is 0 for 2 tonight. Hershiser will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 605, which will be a 615. And Durham swings through the high heat for strike 3. That will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Cubs here in the bottom of the 6th. Ruthven matching Hershiser almost pitch for pitch, but it's 2-0 Dodgers after 6. Something of a pitcher's, it's been a pitcher's duel pretty much since the 2nd. Hopefully you guys are enjoying tonight's game, though. Taking another quick drink, and then we'll continue. Top of the 7th, we'll see Sachs step into the batter's box. Sachs is 2 for 2. Ruthven will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 509. That's actually going to be a rare play. So let's see what the rare play is. Let's see, 659. 659 is going to be popped up into foul territory. Going over for that one is going to be Boa. He will make the catch, and that will be out number 1, but he's going to make a spectacular catch falling into the stands. And I'm not going to play with injuries today. I don't usually play with injuries in this game. Or not G6, that should be a P6. I mean, we get to the same place, but I want to make sure the details are as straight as I can make them. P6, there we go. 1 out in the inning, and here's Hershiser. Hershiser is 0 for 1 with a grounder and a sacrifice bunt. Ruthven will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and he will pitch. That is going to be a 305. 305 is going to be based on Hershiser's contact rating of a 2. And Hershiser is going to swing through a curveball for strike 3, out number 2. As Hershiser at least tries to know what the bat's for, but he doesn't. 2 outs in the inning, and here's Anderson. Anderson tonight is 0 for 2 with a walk. Ruthven will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and he will pitch. That'll be a 393. And a 393 is going to be popped up on the infield. Durham will get under that one. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers here in the top of the 7th. We are at the 7th inning stretch. As usual, feel free to sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game, but I'm not going to torture you guys with not only my bad rendition, but now my sick rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. I will, however, take a small break. Don't forget, we still have fast score after tonight's game. Our next game will be tomorrow night. It will be July 19th, 1985. I was about to say 18 for some reason. I'm not going to stop and play the All-Star game, by the way, in case you're wondering about that. And we will be heading north of the border for this one into Montreal, Quebec, Canada, as we'll have a rematch. I believe this will be a rematch of a game that we featured earlier in this season. Yes, it will be. As the Houston Astros will this time be in Montreal to play the Montreal Expos. Bob Nipper will be going for the Astros, and Bryn Smith will be on the mound for the Expos. That'll be an interesting game tomorrow night. As I got to finish up with all of this. Bottom of the 7th coming up, and we're looking at the middle once again. Let's make sure Digital Diamond is cooperating with me on that. We're looking at the middle of the Cubs order. Leading off is Moreland. Moreland tonight is 1 for 2 with a single. Hershiser will look into Scotia for the sign. He will set, and he will pitch. That will be a 291. Hershiser against a righty, 291. Uh-oh. Moreland thinks he's got a hold of one. That one is deep to center field. Moreland has got a power of a 5. Can he cut this Dodgers lead in half with one swing of the bat? Let's see. 5 and 6 is 11. He won't cut the lead in half right there, but that will be a double. And that will be the first point of pitcher fatigue against Hershiser. As Moreland will find himself at second with a leadoff double. And here's Hebner. Hebner tonight is 0 for 2. Hershiser will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 578. That's hit into left field. Left fielder for the Dodgers is Matuzik, 578. That is going to be a base hit, and that will cut the Dodgers' lead in half. Moreland will score. Hebner will go to first. Second point of fatigue against Hershiser. 2-1 Chicago. Or 2-1 LA, I should say. Stadium cheers. Yay! Batter now is Davis. Davis tonight is 1 for 2. We're going to get activity in both bullpens. The Cubs are going to get somebody warming up as they're expecting to pinch hit for Ruthven here as the Cubs are rapidly progressing toward the pitcher coming up. The Cubs are going to get... the Dodgers have lefty, righty, lefty due up. They're going to get Ron Meredith warming up for the Cubs. As for the Dodgers, just in case Hershiser runs into more trouble like he is now, they are going to get... Let's see, the Cubs have... they have switch righty coming up, huh? Switch righty. They're going to get the Dodgers are going to get Carlos Diaz warming up in the bullpen. As the Cubs now have a golden opportunity. Yes, indeed, Philip. I double-checked on my earlier score sheets. Yes, Houston and Montreal did play each other on the board, but that was in Houston. And this still will be a matchup of two really good teams that there's a pretty good chance I'd say we're going to see again in the playoffs. But I'm getting way ahead of myself on that one. We're not even done with tonight's game. The infield, by the way, will go to double play depth. And the Cubs aren't going to do anything cute with Davis. He's going to swing away. Hershiser will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 365. And a 365 is going to be a ground ball over to short. Picking that one up is Anderson. Anderson will throw it over to Sachs at second to get the force. Sachs will try to make the pivot over to first. Not in time. Davis will reach on the fielder's choice. So Hebner will be out. Davis will make first, 1 out in the inning. Infield still at double play depth. And here's Boa. Boa tonight is 0 for 2. The Cubs are going to go for a hit and run here. Hershiser will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is going to be a 322. 322 is going to be a fly ball into center field. Getting under that one for the Dodgers is going to be Landreau. He will make the catch, and that is out number 2. I'm going to check my laundry timer real quick. That is going to need to get picked up when I get done with this inning. And Davis is going to have to trot back to first. Ruthven is going to come out of the game. The Cubs are going to go to the bench to pinch it for him. Coming in to pinch it for the Cubs is going to be Davey Lopes. 284 average, 11 home runs, 44 RBI in 85. He will bear down against Hershiser. Hershiser will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. That will be, oh boy, that's going to be a 690, which will turn into a 710. That is deep to center field. Lopes has got a power of a 6. Does he give the Cubs the lead? Hang on. That is deep to center field. Lopes has got a power. Deep to center field. Lopes has got a power of a 6. Does he give the Cubs the lead with one swing of the bat? No, he won't give the Cubs the lead, but that will be a double. What is the B question mark? Hold on. I gotta see what that translates to. Runner may try to advance. Oh, so probably by whoever. Bases clearing double. Okay, so batter may try for. So actually, that's going to tie the game. So Davis will score. Lopes can try. Ooh, Lopes has got great speed. He can try to challenge the center fielder's arm for a triple. Landreau's arm in center field is a 2. Lopes is going to challenge that. He's got a speed of a 9. He's got to beat a 12. Lopes will get in there standing up. So Davis will score. Lopes will go to third. And this game is tied at 2. What a huge at-bat for the Cubs. Stadium cheers. Yay! That's the third point of pitcher fatigue on Hershiser. That should get Ruthven off the hook as well. What a huge decision to pinch hit. Here's Hatcher. Hatcher tonight is 0 for 3. And all of a sudden, the Cubs, near the bottom of the NL East, are tied with the right now top seed in the National League. Bench is telling Hershiser, get us out of the inning. Diaz needs a little bit of time to get ready. Hershiser will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 235 against a righty. A 235 is going to be a ground ball right back to Hershiser. Hershiser will throw that over to over to Brock at first, I should say, and that will retire the side. But the Cubs get right back in this game. 2 runs on 3 hits and 2 doubles in the inning. We are tied at 2 after 7. Suddenly, the Wrigley faithful are loud tonight. They are liking what they see. All kinds of eventual managers or coaches, indeed. And yes, we do have a tie game. And Digital Diamond's already yelling at me that the Cubs need a new pitcher, which I knew that. Coming in to pitch the top of the 8th, once I get Digital Diamond to cooperate with me, is going to be Ron Meredith. 3-2 with a 4.47 ERA, 46 and a third innings pitched, 23 strikeouts, 24 walks, 3 home runs in 85. He will be facing the top half of the Dodgers order. Here's Landro. Landro tonight is 0 for 3. Meredith will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 162, and a 162 is going to lead off. Landro will lead off with a base hit, as that'll bloop out of the infield and be a single. The infield will move to double play depth, and here's Cabell. Cabell tonight is 0 for 3. Meredith will get the sign from Davis. He will set, nothing crazy here. They're not going to do any... Dodgers aren't going to do anything crazy. Cabell's going to swing away. Meredith will set, and he will pitch. That will be a 349. And a 349 is going to be a ground ball over to second. Grabbing that is Sandberg. Sandberg will throw that to Boa at second. Covering. Boa will try to make the pivot over to Durham. The throw won't be in time, as that'll be 1 out in the inning on the fielder's choice. The infield will stay at double play depth as Brock is due up. Brock tonight is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Cabell, not really a threat to do anything on the base paths. He will hold. Meredith will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That will be a 241 against a lefty. 241 is going to get popped up on the infield to third base. Getting under that in foul territory is going to be Hebner. He will make the catch, and that'll be out number 2. And I don't think I ever went to get my laundry, did I? Nope, I will deal with that after this inning. Here's Matuszek. Matuszek is 0 for 3. Meredith will get the sign from Davis once again. He will set, and he will pitch. With a 671. That sounds like trouble. 671 is going to be a wild pitch, and that'll send Cabell over to second. That'll also be ball 1, and we will pitch again. A 158. A 158 is going to be a base hit, and the wild pitch comes back to haunt the Cubs as the Dodgers take the lead right back. As Cabell will come in to score. Matuszek to first. 3-2 Dodgers. Stadium barfs. Blah. And here's Whitfield. Whitfield is 1 for 3 with a double tonight. Meredith will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 558. That's going to be hit to third base. That is Hebner looking for that one. 558. That's going to be a base hit into right field. Matuszek will be content with the 2 outs, with it being at second with 2 outs. Scotia, now the batter, as the Cubs now can't seem to get out of their own way. Scotia is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk tonight. Matuszek will get the sign, or not Matuszek. Meredith will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 155. And wow, a 155 is Meredith cannot get out of his own way, as that's going to be another base hit, and the Dodgers will get another run. Matuszek will score. Whitfield will go to second, 4-2 Dodgers. Stadium groans. Ugh. And here's Sachs. Sachs is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Cubs are trying to tell Meredith, get one more out, get us out of this inning. Meredith will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 6:29. That should get them out of the inning, as that'll be popped up on the infield to short. Getting under that one is going to be Boa. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. But the Dodgers get 2 runs on 4 hits. Score is now 4-2 Dodgers, heading into the bottom of the 8th. And before we head to said bottom of the 8th, Cardinals, let's double check who's got the best record. In the National League, it's the Cardinals with the best record, but the Dodgers are hot on their heels. In baseball, the Yankees have the best record at 57-26. Before we come back to the bottom of the 8th, though, I do need to take a small break. All right, now that we're back, we're looking at the bottom of the 8th. Leading off the bottom of the 8th for the Cubs is the top of their order. Actually, before we do that, Hershiser is going to come out of the game. The Dodgers are ready to go to the bullpen. So Hershiser is going to be done. He's done his job. Coming in to pitch for the Dodgers is going to be Carlos Diaz, 6-3 with a 2.61 ERA, 79 in the third innings pitched, 73 strikeouts, 18 walks, 7 home runs, and 85. His job is to keep this game right where it is. Tad Bosley is going to have a little something to say about that, though. Bosley tonight is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Diaz will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. That will be a 474 against a lefty. And a 474. Bosley's going to come through with it in a big way, and he's going to lead off the inning with a triple. Stadium cheers. Yay! And just like that, the infield's got to come in to try to prevent him from scoring. They don't want this game to get any closer. Here's Sandberg. Sandberg is 0 for 3 tonight. You got to figure he's due. Diaz will get the sign from Scotia. Fans at Wrigley Field are loud already here in the bottom of the 8th. Diaz will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 672, which will turn into a 682. And a 682 is going to be a base hit for Sandberg, and the Cubs are going to cut the lead in half. Bosley will score. Sandberg to first. 4-3 Dodgers. Stadium cheers. Yay! Things are getting very interesting here at Wrigley Field. And here's Durham. Durham tonight is 0 for 3. Dodgers infield will go to double play depth. Sandberg, could be tempted to try to get the jump here. And I think he will in a one-run game. If he can move into scoring position, he might be able to. If he can move into scoring position, Durham gets freed up to try to bring him home in any way he can. So Sandberg's got to beat a jump. Has got to get a 13 with the steal. No, he won't get the jump on that one. They're going to hold him there. They're going to hold him without the jump. Scotia's got a pretty good arm, so Sandberg's not going to try it. Diaz will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 579. That's going to be a fly ball into left field. Waiting for that one is going to be Matuzik. Fly ball. That's going to get down, and Sandberg will advance. Sandberg will go to second, Durham to first, and here come the Cubs. As things are getting very interesting here. Oh, Sandberg goes to third. As things are getting very interesting here in the bottom of the 8th. Dodgers have got to play. They've got to play in. They don't want the tying run to score. Here's Moreland, though. Moreland tonight is 2 for 3 with a single and a double. Sandberg is going on contact. He's got pretty good speed. Looking at this infield, 2-arm. Cabell's at third base, 1-arm, 2, and 1. Yeah, Sandberg's going on contact. The Cubs are going to try to tie this game on contact. Diaz will get the sign from Scotia. Fans at Wrigley Field are loud, hoping for a big-time hit. Diaz will set. Here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. That is a 524, and that's going to be right to Scotia, 524. That's going to get popped up on the end. It's going to get popped up behind the plate. Scotia will find that one. He'll throw his mask away, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Here's Hebner. Hebner tonight is 1 for 3. Sandberg, the infield is going to stay in. Scotia remains going on, or not Scotia. Sandberg remains going on contact. Diaz will get the sign from Scotia, though. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 380. And a 380 is going to be a fly ball into left field. Matuzik will get under that one. He will make the catch, and that will be out number 2. Davis, now the batter. Davis is 1 for 3. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Dodgers lead 4-3. Cubs trying to get the tying run home. Diaz will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. 543. That's it over to second base. Second baseman is Sachs. 543 is going to be a ground ball right to him. He will take that to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. 1 run on 3 hits. The Cubs, no matter their best efforts, can't get the tying run home. Score remains 4-3 Dodgers after 8. Stadium groans. Ugh. And ID Jester now joins us here at Wrigley Field. Back at it and sounding normal, which is good to hear. Yeah, I know you were in a stream with Cardboard Commander. I figured you were either not going to be here or late. Playing a Jest of Robin Hood, part of the ICS Irregular Combat System. I might like it. I got a few other things that I'm gonna have to look at some point first. I kind of glimpsed at a Jest of Robin Hood, but I've never been a big fan of Robin Hood. So, not sure I'm going to get into that one, but we'll see. Maybe I'll give that a look a little bit later. Anyway, moving into the top of the ninth, Diaz is going to come out of the game as we're going to get fresh activity in the... Hold on, I forgot to note. We're going to get some more activity in the Dodgers bullpen as the Dodgers want to get their closer warming up. And I'm probably going to butcher pronunciation on this. Tom Niedenfuer. He's going to get loose, and the Dodgers are going to go to the bench to pinch hit. Let's see, the Dodgers are going to go with... Dodgers are going to go with Pedro Guerrero to pinch hit. 320 average, 33 homers, 87 RBIs in 85. Meredith will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 557. That's going to be hit over to third base. Third base is Hebner. And a 557 is going to be a base hit into right field. Guerrero could try to make that a double. Right fielder is Moreland. He's got a 4-arm against a 5-speed. Guerrero is going to try to stretch that into a double. He's got to beat a 14 with a speed of 5. And he will get in there. It'll be a close play, but Guerrero will make it with a double. Stadium groans. Ugh. Just updating my score sheet here. Anderson now the batter. Anderson tonight is 0 for 3. Meredith will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 523. That's hit over to Davis, and that's going to get popped up behind the plate. Davis will throw his mask away, find the ball. He'll make the catch, and that'll be out number 1. All right. Hold on. When did the Cubs score their 2 runs? Oh, that was in the 7th. Just updating my line score. My box score, I should say. Either way. Here's Landro. Landro is 1 for 4. Meredith will get the sign. Oh, wait, that should be the first point of pitcher fatigue against Meredith. Actually, the double should have been the first point. Double from Guerrero. Meredith will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and he will pitch. That'll be a 385. Landro with a 385 is going to be a ground ball over to first. Grabbing that one is going to be Durham. He will take that to the bag himself for out number 2. Guerrero will make third as Durham takes the ball to the bag. Cabell, now the batter. Cabell tonight is 0 for 4. Meredith will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and he will pitch. That will be a 505. That'll be another rare play. So let's see what we get this time. A 660. A 660 is going to be a 660 is going to be a strikeout as the batter swings at strike 3, but the pitch gets past the catcher. Runners advance 1 base if first base is empty or there are 2 outs. So it looks like either one is the same thing. So it looks like Pedro Guerrero is going to score on a strikeout on a drop third strike. Let's see, where's the command for that? Oh, so drop K. Which should bring Guerrero around to score. No, it looks like Cabell just makes first on the play, which that's not going to count as a point of pitcher fatigue against Meredith. And here's Brock. Brock tonight is 1 for 3 with a single. Meredith will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That'll be a 110, and a 110 is going to be a ground ball over to first. Durham will pick that up. He'll throw that over to Meredith coming over to cover, and that will retire the side. No runs and 1 hit for the Dodgers. We are getting set for the bottom of the 9th, but the question now is, will we see some 9th inning magic? As Dice Baseball Digest now joins us here at Wrigley Field. Let's go Mets, except the Mets aren't playing in tonight's feature game tonight. I just heard something on Facebook earlier, so I'm going to catch up with that real quick, and then we will turn back to business as the Dodgers are going to need a pitcher. Just making sure there's nothing else crazy going on here. Once this decides it wants to cooperate with me. Here we go. All right, so coming back to business, the Dodgers now need a pitcher. And the Dodgers are going to turn to their closer to try to get this game done, as they're going to bring in Tom Niedenfuer, I should say. While Digital Diamond catches up, we will catch up with his stats. Tom Niedenfuer, 7-9 with 19 saves and a 2.71 ERA, 106 and a third innings pitched, 102 strikeouts, 24 walks, and 6 home runs in 85. His job is to finish this one-run game. Leading off the bottom of the 9th is Boa. Boa tonight is 0 for 3. Niedenfuer will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. That will be a 569. That's going to be a hit to short. Let's see what happens there. That is hit over to Anderson, and a 569. Anderson's actually going to boot that one, and Bo is going to be safe at first on the error. Not the way to start if you're a Dodgers fan, that's for sure. Meredith is going to come out of the game. The Cubs are going to go to the bench. And coming in to pinch hit for the Cubs is going to be Ron Say. 232 average, 22 home runs, 63 RBI, and 85. Niedenfuer will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That will be a 401 against a righty. 401. Say's going to work a walk out of the at-bat, and now the winning run is on base. Things are getting very interesting here at Wrigley Field. We're going to have some high drama to finish this game out, it looks like. My return from a cold and some programming changes, and now we're looking at some high drama for my return. And here's Hatcher. Hatcher tonight is 0 for 4. If he's due, this game's over. Niedenfuhr will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 689. Uh-oh, that's going to turn into a 699. And the bases are now with nobody out. That didn't take long, as the bases are now full of baby bears. Holy cow. The infield would have been at double play depth, but now they've got to play in. And the batter now is Bosley. Bosley tonight is 2 for 3 with a single, a triple, and a walk tonight. If he can do something like that again, this game is going to be over. Niedenfuhr knows he's got to be careful here. A mistake will end the game. He will get the sign from Scotia. Fans at Wrigley Field are loud. Niedenfuhr will set, and he will pitch. 610 is going to be a 620, and that's going to be popped up on the infield. Getting under that at second base is going to be sacks of the infield fly rule is going to be called for out number 1. And here's another guy you don't want at the plate coming into this. Batter now is Sandberg. Sandberg is 1 for 4, but he drove in a run earlier. Niedenfuhr will get the sign from Scotia. He will set. Here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. That is a 439 against a righty. 439 is going to be a ground ball over to third, but the throw's got to come to the plate. Because with the bases loaded, Boa has to go on contact. So that's the ground ball over to third. Third baseman is, I believe the third baseman is Cabell. He's got an arm of a 1, Boa with the speed of 4. Yikes. So Cabell's got to beat a 14. He's got to beat a 14 or this game is tied. Actually, if he's going on contact, that's a G5. That wouldn't be a double play. Would it? That was a... Okay, so that is a challenge. So the throw's got to come to the plate. So once again, Cabell's got to beat a 14. And he actually rolls a 14 naturally. So Boa is going to be thrown out at the plate. So G5-2. As Boa's thrown out at the plate, but the bases are still full of baby bears. We've got 2 outs in the inning. And the batter now is Durham. Last chance for the Cubs comes down to Leon Durham. Durham is 1 for 4. Niedenfuhr will get the sign from Scotia. Fans at Wrigley Field are on their feet. Niedenfuhr will set. Here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. That is a 660. That'll turn into a 670. And a 670 is going to be a wild pitch, and this game is going to get tied. Holy cow. Say will score. Hatcher to third. Sandberg to second. This game is tied at 4. Stadium cheers. Yay! What a game. And now the winning run is 90 feet away. And we're going to get some activity in the Cubs bullpen since it looks like we're headed for bonus baseball. As getting loose for the Cubs tonight is going to be... They're going to get George Frazier loosening up in the Cubs bullpen. Niedenfuhr, we're looking at ball 1. So we will try again. Niedenfuhr will pitch. That is a 605. That'll turn into a 615. And Durham's going to swing through the heat for strike 3. That will retire the side. But the Cubs managed to tie the game with one run on no hits, a walk, an error, and a wild pitch. And just like that, we have got ourselves bonus baseball tonight. Holy cow, 9th inning magic strikes again. And as a reminder, my fast score house rule is in effect tonight. If the game is still tied after 12 innings, we're going to a clutch roll in fast score. And the Mets, let me double check that record, Philip, but I believe the Mets are at 500 at 41-41. They are at 41-41 right now. And sorry to disappoint you, Jester, but we are headed for bonus baseball. And the Cubs do need a new pitcher. Actually, is it the Cubs or the Dodgers? It's the Cubs who need a new pitcher. That's right. Coming in to pitch for the Cubs, once they get Digital Diamond caught up, is going to be George Frazier. 7-8 with a 6.39 ERA. 76 innings pitched, 46 strikeouts, 52 walks, 11 home runs in 85. Leading off the top of the 10th for the Dodgers is Matuszek. Matuszek tonight is 1 for 4. Frazier will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and he will pitch. That will be a 294 against a lefty, 294. Uh-oh. Matuszek thinks he's got a hold of one. That is deep to center field, and Matuszek has got a power of a 7. Can he give the Dodgers the lead once again? Confound it all. Bear with me a second. There we go. As I was saying, Matuszek with a power of a 7, can he give the Dodgers the lead? That ball will get out of here with a boom! That ball is hit high. That ball is hit deep to left field. Going after, actually, wait a second. Hold on, let me run those numbers again. 20, was that deep to left or deep to center? I think that was deep to left. So never mind. Everything I said about a boom, never mind that. That's actually going to be a fly ball into left field. Getting under that one is going to be Bosley. He will make that catch. That will be out number 1. Stadium size. Phew. Scary situation if you're a Cubs fan. Whitfield, now the batter. Whitfield is 2 for 4. Frazier will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and he will pitch. With a 141. And a 141 is going to be a 1-out walk for Whitfield. Scotia, now the batter, as the infield goes to double play depth. Scotia tonight is 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a walk. Whitfield, not a danger to do much on the base paths. He will hold. Frazier will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and he will pitch. That will be a 437 against a righty. 437 is going to be a ground ball over to second. Grabbing that is going to be Sandberg. Sandberg will throw that to Boa at short. Boa will make the pivot over to Durham at first. In time, that will be a 4-6-3 double play. Stadium cheers. Yay! Nothing across except the walk for the Dodgers, and we are set for the bottom of the 10th. That is a huge double play for the Cubs. No boom, that was me looking at the wrong column. I thought it was deep to center field where a 20 total would have been a home run, but it turned out to be deep to left field which it's at Wrigley Field. As you can see, a 20 deep to center field would have been a home run, but a 20 to left field, which is where it was actually going, is a fly ball. So now that we've got that sorted out, we're back to business here as Niedenfuer comes out for the bottom of the 10th. Here's Moreland. Moreland tonight is 2 for 4 with a single and a double. Niedenfuer will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. That will be a 547. That'll be hit over to second base. Second base for the Dodgers is Sachs. And a 547 is going to be a base hit into right field. Let's see. Moreland could try to stretch that into a double. Right fielder tonight for the Dodgers is Whitfield with an arm of a 6. I think Moreland's going to stay put, though. The infield will go to double play depth, and here comes Hebner. That's also the first point of pitcher fatigue against Niedenfuer. Hebner tonight is 1 for 4. Moreland, not a threat to do much on the base paths. He will hold. Niedenfuer will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 233 against the lefty, and a 233. Hebner's going to swing through a changeup for strike 3 for out number 1. One out, and here's Davis. We're going to get activity in both bullpens here, as getting loose for the Dodgers is going to be Dennis Powell will get loose for the Dodgers, and getting loose for the Cubs. They're starting to, both teams are probably going to need some long relief in this one. The Cubs are going to get Warren Brustar warming up. Davis tonight, though, is 1 for 4. Niedenfuer will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 577. That's going to be hit into left field. Left fielder is Matuzik, and a 577. That is going to be a bases-clearing double. Here comes Moreland. He's coming around third. The throw from Matuzik is going to be high, and Moreland will score, and that's going to be the game. Cubs win. Cubs win this one by a final score of 5-4 in 10 innings. Stadium cheers. Yay! ID Jester most likely barfs. Blech! But the Cubs will get that win. Final line score coming up. Don't forget to stay tuned tonight because we still have to go to Fast Score and see how the rest of the majors fared in this block. For the Cubs, 5 runs on 11 hits and no errors. For the Dodgers, 4 runs on 10 hits and 1 error. Winning pitcher tonight's going to be George Frazier. Tom Niedenfuer will take the loss in this one. But of course, we are not done yet because we still have to ask Fast Score how the rest of the majors fared. But as usual, I'm going to do my cleanup first before we get to that. It should also be nearing time for the laundry to come up. Not yet, actually. That should hold off until after we get done with the ticker. Wrigley faithful get to go home happy tonight. And yes, this was a good game for my return. I was hoping we weren't going to have a case of, oh, you've got to be kidding me. I'm coming back from being sick, and now I've got to immediately invoke my Fast Score house rule. I'm just glad that didn't happen tonight. But believe me, I would have invoked the Fast Score house rule in a heartbeat if I had to. Since A, tonight's still a work night, and B, I'm still not at 100%. I'm still not completely at 100% yet. I'd say I'm at least. I'm probably about like 85 to 90% right now. I'm still a little bit plugged, but I can definitely stream. There's no problem on that front. As is evidenced by the fact that I was able to go through a rather lengthy game of Cthulhu Wars Duel last night, which hopefully, if you guys were around for that, you enjoyed that as well. I was going to say, where did the rest of the Dodgers go? There you are. And now it's time to ask our friends, it's time to figure out how the rest of the majors fared. And to do that, we're going to ask our friends at Fast Score Baseball to help us out with that. So the Cubs managed to get a high drama win in my return, 5-4 in 10 innings. But let's see how the rest of the majors fared. It is July 12th, 1985. White Sox and the Orioles. White Sox, 721. That is 2. Orioles, 13-26. That is 4. And the Orioles will win that game. Blue Jays and the Angels. Blue Jays, 12-16. That is 2. Angels, 4-11 should be a goose egg. It is. And the Blue Jays will win that game. Royals and the Indians. Royals, 1863, that is 9. Indians, 554. Well, the Indians pretended to make it close. That's 5, though, and that's a win for the Royals. And I'm warm, so I'm going to open the window in here. See if I can let a little bit of fresh air in here. Twins and the Tigers. Twins, 841, that is 4. Tigers, 1544, that is 6. And the Kitty Cats will get that win. Let's see, Tigers over the Twins. Rangers and the Yankees. Rangers, 825, that is 3. Yankees, 21-24 is going to be a lot more than 3, most likely. That is, well, not a lot more than 3, but 5 is enough more than 3 for the Yankees to get the win. Brewers and the Athletics are both 12s. Brewers roll an 11, that's 0. Athletics roll a 12. Those are some low rolls. That is 1, and that's a win for the Athletics. Red Sox and the Mariners are both 9s. Red Sox roll a 14, that is 1. Mariners roll a 35, that is 4. And the Mariners will win that game. Phillies and the Braves. Phillies, 1251, that is 6. Braves, 612, that is 0. And the Phillies will win that game. Expos and the Reds. Expos, 745, that is 4. Reds, 853, that is 5. And that game belongs to the Reds. Mets and the Astros. Mets, 1026, that is 3. Astros, 856, that is 6. And the Astros will double up the Mets. Giants and the Pirates. Giants, -265. That is 6. Pirates, 724. That is 2. And the Giants beat up on the Pirates. Padres and the Cardinals. Padres, 634. That is 3. Cardinals, 966 is 10. And that's a win for the Redbirds. Going to take a quick drink, and then we're over to July 13th. July 13th, White Sox and the Orioles. White Sox, 1411, that is 0. Orioles, 1256, that is 7. And that's a win for the Orioles. Blue Jays and the Angels. Blue Jays, 821, that is 2. Angels, 224, that is also 2. They will go to extras. Blue Jays roll a 1 plus 0. Angels roll a 5 plus 2 is 7. That'll be a win for California in extras. Royals and the Indians. Royals, 653. That is 5. Indians, 451. That is 4. And that's a win for Kansas City. Twins and the Tigers. Twins, 726. That is 3. Tigers, 1442. That is 5. And that's a win for the Tigers. Rangers and the Yankees. Rangers, 554. That is 5. Yankees, 1713. That is 2. And the Rangers take that one. Brewers and the Athletics. Brewers, 1052. That is 5. Athletics, 1314. That is 2. And that's a win for the Brew Crew. Red Sox and the Mariners. Red Sox, 1661. That is 8. Mariners, 1164. That is also 8. They too will go to extras. Red Sox roll a 6 minus 4 is 2. Mariners roll a 6 plus 2 is 8. That will be a win for Seattle in extras. Phillies and the Braves. Phillies, 1013. That is 1. Braves, 821. That is 2. And that's a win for the Braves. Dodgers looking for some payback against the Cubs, and they came loaded for bear. Dodgers, 2436 is 7. Cubs, 522 is going to be a lot less than 7. That's 2. And the Dodgers get some measure of payback. Expos and the Reds. Expos, 642. That is 4. Reds, 752. That is 5. And another game that belongs to the Reds. Mets and the Astros. Mets coming loaded for bear in this one. Mets, 2632. That is 6. Astros, 962. That is 7. And the Astros managed to outslug the Mets somehow. Giants and the Pirates. Giants, 943, that is 4. Pirates, 624, that is 2. And the Giants take that win. Padres and the Cardinals. Padres, 452, that is 4. Cardinals, 2112, that is 2. And the Friars managed to get that win. On to July 14th. White Sox and the Orioles are both 11s. White Sox roll a 54, that is 6. The Orioles roll a 56, that is 7. And the Orioles get that win. Oh, wait a second. I don't think I marked their first games. Let's see. Okay, so the Orioles look like they've won all 3 here. Okay. All right. We got that sorted out. Blue Jays and the Angels. Blue Jays, 761. That is 6. Angels, 614. That is 1. And the Blue Jays will beat up on the Angels. Royals and the Indians are both 12s. Royals roll are both 12s, we said, right? Yes. Royals roll a 24, that is 3. Indians roll a 22, that is also 3. They will go to extras. Royals roll a 4, plus 2 is 6. Indians roll a 2, minus 3 is -1. That'll be a win for the Royals in extras. And before we go to the Twins and the Tigers, I think I need to go get my laundry. And July 14th, his birthday. Well, nice fun fact there. So good to know that, Philip. Probably before you were born, though. Anyway, Twins and the Tigers. Twins, 945, that is 5. Tigers, 1355, that is 7. And that's a win for the Tigers. Rangers and the Yankees. Rangers, 232, that is 2. Yankees, 1741, that is 6. And the Yankees just continue to win. Brewers and the Athletics are both 14s. Brewers roll a 55, that is 7. Athletics roll a 24, that is 3. And the beer makers will get that win. Red Sox and the Mariners. Red Sox, 1931, that is 5. Mariners, 713, that is 1. The Red Sox will win that game. Phillies and the Braves. Phillies, 1946, that is 7. Braves, 653, that is 5. And the Phillies take that win. Dodgers and the Cubs in a little more even matchup. Dodgers, 951, that is 5. Cubs, 1165, that is 9. And the Cubs get that win and take 2 of 3 from the Dodgers. Expos and the Reds are both 6s. Expos roll a 52, that is 5. Reds roll a 64, that is 7. And the Reds will claim 3 straight from the Expos. Mets and the Astros. Mets, 1115, that is 2. Astros, -251, that is 3. And somehow the Astros find a way to take all 3 from the Mets. Giants and the Pirates. Giants, 856. That is, 856. That is 6. Pirates, 666. The number of the beast is 9, but that will allow the Pirates to hang the Jolly Roger. Padres and the Cardinals. Padres, 1062. That is 7. Cardinals, 963. That is also 7. They will go to extras. Padres roll a 6 plus 0. Cardinals roll a 3 plus 0. That'll be a win for the Padres in extras. On to July 18th as we're skipping the All-Star break. Royals and the Orioles. Royals, 1152. No, 1151, I should say. That is 5. Orioles, 756. That is 6. And that's a win for the Orioles. Hold on, I think I missed a game for the Royals. That should have been another win, I think. Yes. So who else only has 2 tally marks on the block? Nobody else. Looks like the Royals were the only team I missed. I'm trying to keep my records straight here. Angels and the Red Sox. Angels, 1126. That is 3. Red Sox, 1463. That is 8. And that's a win for the Red Sox. All right. Indians and the White Sox. Indians, 914, that is 1. White Sox, 1333, that is 4. And that's a win for the White Sox. Their first win of the block. Looks like the Indians were the team I missed. I probably missed a loss for them. And yes, we are past the All-Star break already. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So yeah, the Indians should have had another loss. Rangers and the Tigers. Rangers, 565. That is 7. Tigers, 766 is 9. And the Tigers will win a shootout. Mariners and the Brewers. Mariners, 1166. That is 10. Brewers, 615. That is 1. And the Mariners dominate the Brewers. Yankees and the Twins. White Sox are dropping like a rock. Yankees, 1541. That is 5. Twins, 1122. That is 3. And I don't think those are 2 words we'll ever hear together. Yankees are dropping. Because the Yankees continue to win, and oh yeah, they're just winning. Athletics and the Blue Jays. Athletics, 734. That is 3. Blue Jays, 1314. Actually, yeah, that was a 4. 1314 is 2. And the Athletics will get that win. Phillies and the Reds. Phillies, 824. That is 2. Reds, 1256. That is 7. And the Reds are suddenly surging. That was over the Phillies. Cardinals and the Dodgers. Right now, the 2 best teams in the National League. Cardinals, 512. That is 0. Dodgers, 733. That is 3. And the Dodgers get that win. Let's see. Astros and the Expos. We will see these 2 teams tomorrow night. Astros, 544. That is 4. Expos, 843. That is also 4. They will go to extras. Hopefully not a harbinger of things to come tomorrow night. Astros roll a 2 plus 0. Expos roll a 2 plus 1 is 3. That'll be a win for the Expos in extras. Braves and the Mets. Braves, 644, that is 4. Mets, 1033, that is also 4. They too will go to extras. Braves roll a 3 plus 1 is 4. Mets roll a 4 plus 0. By virtue of being the home team, the Mets will win that one in extras. Pirates and the Padres. Pirates, 242, that is 3. Padres, 154, that is 4. And the Padres will take that game. Last up in this block, Cubs and the Giants. Cubs, 856, that is 6. Giants, 261, that is 5. And the Cubs will take that win. And that will do it for this block, for block number 25 of 1985 in season ticket baseball. We are back. It sounds like we're back to action tomorrow night. As tomorrow is going to be tomorrow afternoon baseball, as I'm looking to go live a little bit earlier in the day before I do Pino with Phoenix in the evening. So tomorrow afternoon, we will be at, what is Montreal's home stadium called in 1985? I want to say Jerry Park, but I would hardly swear that's right. Nope, we'll be at Olympic Stadium in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, as the Houston Astros will be coming by to play the Montreal Expos. After that, tomorrow evening, we will have Pino with Phoenix for January 2025. Saturday, we'll be starting a new cookbook on mystical munchies, but more on that during Pino with Phoenix tomorrow. Milwaukee's record coming into the block is 38-43. Leaving it, they should be 40-45. So where was I in talking about videos? Oh, yes. Mystical Munchies was going to be a new cookbook, but more on that during Pino with Phoenix. Sunday, we're ending the winter campaign in Arkham Horror, the card game, with the last scenario, Congress of the Keys. Then on Wednesday next week, we will be playing game number 2 on my War Room 10-game challenge as we play Mag 23 Guadalcanal by Historic Wings. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care, everyone. The Chicago Cubs make use of some bottom of the 10th inning magic to win this game by a final score of 5-4 in 10 innings. Once again, take care.